All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to give us some music. So give me 1 sec to hook that up. Computer audio. No. So you can go ahead, actually, if you are available to close your eyes, go ahead and do that. If you're driving or something, please don't do that. You can still do it, just leave your eyes open. And as your eyes close, just sort of allow yourself to sit back into your chair. You're also welcome to find yourself on the floor if you want and lie down. No rules here, okay? Just make sure you are comfortable. And as you sit back and allow your eyes to soften, even close if that is something that's available for you, go ahead and just start by tuning in to what you hear in your own surroundings, right? What do you hear in your space? I hear someone's mowing their lawn or blowing leaves, I think actually is what it is, right outside of my space. So that's what I currently hear. What do you hear? Maybe now you start to hear the singing bells. The music begins to start. And just take a moment to start to tune in with your other senses. So eyes are closed, so we kind of took that sense a bit away for a moment. But what do you smell? What do you taste on your tongue? What is the temperature of your space? How does the chair feel underneath you? Do you feel supported in this moment? And maybe you see a color. Maybe you just see black. Maybe you see white. And we'll begin to travel a bit deeper into the self, beginning to just pay more attention to how does your body feel right now? And without judgment, just notice. Can you scan from the crown of your head as if you had a flashlight? And just draw that awareness all the way down to your toes, just witnessing. Begin to notice your own breath, the inhale and the exhale. Again, not yet trying to control it in any way, but just become observant of it. Today, this breath we're going to use, it's going to be a nice, long, slow breath in through the nose. And then on your exhale, you're going to let out through the mouth and allow yourself, give yourself space and permission to make noise. It can be a sigh, it can be a moan, it can be a groan. It can be loud as you desire, but make some noise. So we breathe in, we breathe out. Ha. Seal the lips, breathe in. Exhale. Ha. Breathe in. Open the mouth and release. Breathe in. Open the mouth and release. Keep going, breathe in. Exhale. Ah. Let sound release as your breath releases. Hear the sound, hear the breath. Don't worry about how long or deep your inhales are. Allow your exhales to feel full and expansive, audible. You're muted, so no one can hear you but you. Can you give yourself permission to just kind of, I'm not going to say kind of, to let go a little bit, to be a little bit freer with your breath, with the sound that you make. Take 3 more rounds. At the end of your next exhale, as you empty out, we're going to hold the breath out of the body. We're going to hold it longer than likely it feels comfortable. And just stay with me. Stay empty of breath, lungs totally empty. Stay here. Notice what you feel in your body. Notice what's happening in your mind. Take a nice slow breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and slowly just come back to your own natural breath. From our breath work, we're going to journey into the body here for a moment. I want you to just notice an area of your body that right now might be speaking to you. There's no right or wrong area. You don't get this correct. If you tell me right now it's my chest, then it's chest is correct. If you say it is my hips, it's your hips. If it's my head, it's your head. If it's your right baby finger, it's your right baby finger. Make contact with an area in your body. And then begin to notice and observe this area of your body. How does it feel? What are the sensations right now in this part of your body? Can you attach some words to describe this sensation? Maybe it's tight. Maybe it's tense, clenched, open, spacious, pressure, hot, cold. What does it feel like for you? This area of the body that you've identified. What is the sensation that you experience right here, right now? And as you lean into this sensation, I want you to take this sensation and just for a moment, take that sensation from wherever it was in your body, allowing your eyes to remain closed if available. Place it in your hands or make a shape with it with your hands. Show with your hand. Demonstrate this sensation. If it's tingly, maybe your fingers are tingling. If it's tight, maybe your hands are like fists. If it's spacious, maybe your hands are out wide. And then as you are with this experience in your hands, can you amplify it? And then just begin to notice as you amplify this sensation, what does this experience bring forward for you? As the fingers tingle, do they get faster? Do they get slower as you amplify? If it's a tightness, does the tightness get tighter? Or does it loosen? It's different for each of us. Again, there's no right or wrong answers. And then just observe. And what happens if we amplify it even more? And then just notice, what is it like to be more like this sensation? What would it be like in your life to be more like this? Often people come to me and say, but why would I want to be more tight? It's often we've been taught that we need to release things. But I believe that often what we think we need to release, we actually just need to integrate. Maybe that tightness, maybe you could use tighter boundaries. Maybe if it's a tingling, it feels as it amplified a lightness or an excitement. Maybe there's some area of your life that could use more excitement, or maybe it's a playfulness. But how could you use more of this sensation? How would it make you feel freer? How would it make you feel more like you? Allow you to express yourself. You aren't broken. There's nothing wrong with you. Nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing needs to be changed. We need to learn how to tune into the wisdom of our bodies to become more of who we already are, not less. And you just stay with it for a moment. You get curious. And you just let yourself marinate on this idea of integration. Taking just a few more moments here. Begin to notice how you feel right now as you've begun to explore a new level of your own being. Begin to bring your attention and your focus back into your space, noticing the sound, the temperature, the smell, how your body feels in your seat. And then taking your time as you are ready, ever so slowly allow your eyes to blink open. And you can begin to return back to our space. So we together just went a little bit on a somatic journey into your body, and that's obviously just a very small taste of what it's like to begin to connect to the wisdom that your body holds from within. Like I mentioned, most of us have been taught that we need to let things go. And that comes from a very allopathic way of thinking, meaning that something's wrong with you and that you're needing fixed. I don't believe that you need to be fixed. I don't believe anything is wrong with you. That instead there are pieces of us that maybe we've left behind. We've been shamed that we should not experience them. And as we unshame them, we actually become more of who we are meant to be. So I'll just leave the last, like, what, 4 minutes if there's any questions. And I'll drop in the chat some information where you can find me. And also, I know that at the end, Clarissa's, I think, raffling off a free session, but I also just want to offer anyone who's on the call today or listening to the replay to join my lab, my somatic lab, which is where you can get somatic coaching and support. It's for conscious entrepreneurs, healers, therapists for free for a week. So I'll drop that in the chat too. Any questions, thoughts, anything come up? Thanks, Michelle. I love having you there. And yes, breathing is free, guys. Sometimes I think we forget. We take it for granted.
It doesn't have to be questions, any shares on experiences too.
Yeah. I'm always curious to hear if anybody discovered anything that they thought, oh my gosh, I've been trying to let that go. And I never thought about it in a way that maybe I could use more of it. That to me is a little bit of I'm going to just, everyone who knows me knows well, I have a really bad potty mouth. That's a little bit of a mind fuck for a lot of people. I'll just be me. Have a quiet group.
Well, I think the philosophy of integrating something and not just releasing it, that's something it took a while for me to understand how to do, how to face and integrate. And so I think it was good that you were able to guide us through it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Me too, Clarissa. I mean, I spent the last, what, up until what, like maybe 5, 6 years ago. So 20 years of my life studying psychotherapy, studying the body, yoga wisdom, and then everything in those worlds was about releasing, letting go. And then all of a sudden, what? You know what I mean? I don't have to let everything go in order to feel better.
Is there any advice you can give to people who don't really know how to do that, like to integrate or even
One,
knows what it means?
yeah,
Great. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's a great question, Clarissa. And I think the first step is just being open to the idea that maybe this tension, this tightness, this whatever I've got occurring, and it can be physical pain too that's happening in my body, because not all physical pain is just physical. Some of it's actually emotional. Maybe there's actually something here for me to learn from, right? It just, I think step one is just exploring this possibility that it's possible, right? That we can look at things in another perspective, in another way than a lot of us have been taught.
Right. Wonderful. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing this space with me. I really appreciate it.